Hello there. Welcome to Grandpa's Coffee Time. Today is going to be a great and subject matter and about what we're going to talk about. Uh, Today is a day that I have put aside to show you a little bit extra of my life. And one of the things that we're going to be talking about today uh, is how do you incorporate paganism into your life by way of having your own personal altar in your home. Uh, it's very, very extensive, the subject matter. There's a lot to discuss. So, but before I get into all that, I would definitely like to remind everybody that if you're new to my channel, because I get new people every week, uh, please always like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel because this will help me grow and it will help me get the message out to people. And I would so much appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I would appreciate this if you would do this because it does help me out a lot. Uh, now, there is a segment in the beginning I'd like to always bring up because I do this twice a month, and I request prayers for people that are hurting because in our economy now, in the world we live in, there are so many people on the lower end of the scale. In other words, poor people that are hurting really, really bad. And I would appreciate it if you stumbled across my channel and you know who I am. My name is Richard. I live in Nebraska, and I am a pagan, and I want to spread the pagan message throughout the world because I believe deep down in my spiritual heart that paganism is the way to go in our modern evolving society. So please remember that prayers are always important. A lot of times people have told you that prayers are not important. It's just a bunch of hocus pocus. But this is not true. Prayers are very important because when you send your prayers to whoever you're sending them to for healing, for blessings, for whatever you're asking the universe to bring your way, please always remember that prayers work all the time. They work in mysterious ways sometimes that you don't understand directly, and it may take a little while for you to receive an answer to your prayers. But in my pagan lifestyle, I am always filled with prayers for other people because I always see a need no matter where I look around. Uh, no matter who I talk to, no matter who I meet in the walks of life, I always have prayers for these people. If you need a prayer for your own personal life, or you have a friend that is in the hospital that is sick and needs healing prayers, please let me know because I will write it down. Once you leave it in the comment section, I will write it down. And at that point, I have two opportunities in the month where there is a full moon because as a pagan, I like to do it on a full moon. And I go ahead and write it down on a piece of paper and I put it into a fireproof container that I have outside in my gardens. And I light these prayers. I put a little sage in it, and then I light the sage with the prayers and let the smoke go up into the heavens with people's prayers around the world. This is a very important ritual that I do twice a month, and it is coming up again here in about another week. We will have a week and a half. We will have a full moon again, where I will be burning my prayers for whoever writes in and needs it. Okay. Now today, like I said in the past, today is a story. I'm going to start my story time out, and it's going to lead into why you should have an altar of some type in your home. Okay. Um, my Oma, the one that raised me as a little boy, She was Roman Catholic, and so it's pretty much a given that in Roman Catholic homes, there's always a statue of Mary or a statue of Joseph or a statue of this, that, and the other saint. And they have a little corner in their home set aside where they have this statue, and they have candles and incense, and it's a private area in the home where they go to if they're feeling a need for prayer. It's sort of like a lot of times, like if you were in your own little church at home, where you have your statue, and you don't worship the statue. A lot of Protestants have a misconception that Catholics worship these statues. This is not the case. They say their prayers to these statues to incite their healing powers and stuff that a certain saint might have to help them along. Like they pray a lot using the rosary, and they pray to Mary a lot. So this has become a sanctuary in their home where they can be close to God and ask for help in whatever they need help with. And that tradition that started in the Roman Catholic Church, that tradition actually came from paganism, because pagans, before Christianity was even founded, before Christ even came along and the 12 apostles, this was done in a pagan home, because pagans believe in several different gods of different seasons. And they have the god of the moon, and they have the god of water, and they have the god of the plants, and the god of the animals, and etc., etc. So they created a sacred spot within every pagan home in pagan times, and I'm talking 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago. They had a little space in their homes. They created an altar where they could light a candle, light incense, say their prayers for guidance and help wherever they needed it. And this was set as a tradition in the pagan society. And it transferred over into the Roman Catholic Church. Once Christianity was founded, they did it there too. And as well with other religions, with Hindus, and with in India, the Middle East, the Muslims, they also have these sacred spaces in their homes where they do their prayers. But as you know, Muslims pray several times during the day, and they get on their knees and they pray. This is another outcome of having these sacred spaces in your home to say your prayers. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. This video is going to be pretty long, and my main topic was how to set up your altar in your home. There's certain things that you have to do to set up these altars, and there's a lot of things that you add to your altars for your own personal taste and for your own personal path you're going through. Everybody is not on the same path, so your altars are all going to be a little bit different. I am into Wicca, which is a religion that was started in the 18th century, and I believe it's a natural-based religion where we believe in nature and Mother Nature and the animals and the trees and the flowers and the wind and the air, that sort of type religion. And that's the one I am closest to when I pray to my particular belief system. Now, let's go ahead. I'll pause it a little bit because I have to move from here to my altar. And then I'm going to show you the altar and speak a little bit about what it's all about.